Stopped at a petrol station in Georgia, got an ice cream and a coffee on the table. It smells like a toilet inside. Not good. But yeah. Only a small place, but there's a bit of shade, lots of trees everywhere. The road conditions are dreadful here. Really tough, and the traffic's like really aggressive, so you really got to be on your toes out here. But yeah, enjoyed it, really interesting, enjoying it, nice, really nice stay last night as well. Stayed in just like, it was like a hotel room but in someone's house. I think I mentioned it in the last video, but really nice. And I had my breakfast made for me by this kind of mother who sort of made everything, boiled eggs and all sorts of stuff, really nice. I couldn't eat enough of it. Really windy today, so audio on the videos is going to be not just bad, it'll be really bad instead of the standard of bad. But I'm really enjoying it. Heading up towards somewhere near Dicey. I think I'm going a little bit further actually. Of course I'm meeting Rob at 10 o'clock, roughly there or thereabouts, the day after, so I'd rather do a bit less riding before the border with Russia, so we'll see. We're figuring it out really. But hopefully I'll get some really nice footage later on. I've got about 2.5 hours to go, and it's maybe 10:30, 11 o'clock. But yeah, nice. Ice cream, at least one every day. Alright. Well, this is a good place to stop. This is the first time in many thousands of miles of touring all around Europe that Google Maps has failed me, because I don't know if you can see, it thinks that's a road. That's a footbridge. That's a footbridge, so I'm definitely not going over there, so I'm going to have to go back and find a way across this Kura River, and I think there's a crossing, but I've got to backtrack a few kilometres. I can't really do this with my gloves on. Yeah, first time. Never mind. that's north. Dusheti is, I think, this town on the water. But this right here is the Caucasus mountain range. I'm in the Caucasus region, obviously, being Georgia. That's the actual mountain boundary that, in some people's opinion, separates Asia and Europe. Obviously, many people say that Europe and Asia are separated at different points. Istanbul, or is it Turkey, or is it elsewhere? I don't know. But it's the Caucasus mountain range. So this is day 21. So 3 weeks on the road, and at a reasonable tour pace. You know, some people do faster, some people do slower, but my tour pace, 3 weeks, gets you to the Caucasus Mountains, which is pretty nice. It's lovely around here. It's still blazing hot. I'm staying in someone's spare room. There's a kid popping out the window. But yeah, I've got breakfast in the morning, which is nice, but I'm off super early to go and meet Rob at a gas station just south of the border, and then we're crossing over together, which is kind of nice. A bit of a story time though. Google Maps isn't to be trusted 100%. I'm far away now from far enough away from Europe that it's starting to become unreliable. Wow, he was really close. I think I just nearly died. What the fuck? Anyway, that's the risk you take, I guess. What an asshole. Why was he that close? That's completely thrown me off. Anyway, into Russia tomorrow. So this will be the last upload for maybe 4 or 5 days. I've got 3 nights planned in Russia, but if I have any issues with a bike or anything like that, or maybe I end up spending an extra night, you never know. I am 1 day ahead after all. So we'll see, but maybe 5 or 6 days time, as soon as I get good Wi-Fi in Kazakhstan and everything gets settled out, as long as customs and everything goes okay, I'll get videos up. Obviously when I do get the border, I'm going to ask if I can film. I'm not going to get into the politics of it all, but you never know, they might just say, look, no problem, but you can't film, which is fair play. So we're going to play it by ear, we're going to play it by the book as well. So we'll just see how it goes, but I'm pretty excited. I've come way further than ever before, and it's pretty nutty. I've just ticked over 6,000 kilometers today, so is that around about 4,000 miles? So the total distance of my biggest tour, which was Athens and back, has now gotten me this far. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. The driving out here is really bad. I'm hoping it improves, but something tells me I don't think it will. I think once I get into Central Asia, I think there'll be less vehicles on the roads, but the roads will be worse. Today I encountered the first lack of tarmac in a big sense. But we'll see. We'll just see how it goes. Bit of a story time though. I'm trying to keep it as short as I can. Google Maps can't be trusted 100%, not all the time. And I did follow it. I almost entered the occupied zone of Georgia. So part of the territory is occupied, and I didn't realise I almost went straight through a police checkpoint because the guards were like turned away and I didn't see any signs. And then out the corner of my eye as I went through, there was a kind of thing, and so I stopped and he took a hold of my handlebars, which I thought, oh, here we go, this is something a bit strange. And he got I got my translation app out with Google, Georgian to English, but he didn't want to use it. He wanted to ring his friend up who spoke okay English, so he basically told me it's occupied. There was a foxhole as well with sandbags, so I didn't realise how serious that was. And he said, basically, the guy on the phone basically told me, look, you can't go through here, it's dangerous, you need to turn around and go a different way. And they gave me really good directions actually to get to where I'm staying tonight. So Google Maps was going to have me cut through the occupied zone, which I don't know if it could have been bad or good, I'm not sure, but it's a good thing I didn't. So yeah, those guys saved me a bit of hassle. I thought initially I was going to be in trouble for it, but or they were going to want some money or maybe a pass or something. No, it was fine, so I just turned around and came back. But yeah, last upload for a few days. Pretty excited, to be honest. A little nervous, not going to lie, but it should be quite good. And once I'm in Kazakhstan, I mean, it's a different level. Heading north quite a way, but strangely it's not going to get colder, it's going to get hotter. And then after a week of Kazakhstan, altitude's going to fly up, going to absolutely fly up in altitude, so air's going to get thin. There's all kinds of stuff in chapter 2 to talk about. Anyway, that's enough rattling on. I'll see you in a few days. I'll try and get this one on tonight. The Wi-Fi is a little bit slow, so it will take a bit to get it up. Pardon the pun, there's no pun there. Yeah, I'll see you in 5 days.